never left you, not for a second, but in the noise of daily life, in the distractions, in the doubts. It can feel like he's distant. The truth is, God is not found in grand miracles or loud voices. He's found in stillness, in presence, in surrender. In this video, I'll show you how to move beyond belief into direct experience because the connection is always there. You just have to tune back in. Let's begin. My personal journey from doubt to divine presence. There were times in my life where I questioned everything. When things were tough, when results didn't show, when people let me down, I wondered, where is God? But over the years, I began to realize something powerful. God isn't loud. He's silent. He doesn't push. He waits. He doesn't shout. He whispers. And to hear that whisper, I had to quiet everything else. Through stillness, prayer, and surrender, I started to feel the presence not just in temples or churches, but in boardrooms, traffic, walks, silence, everywhere. God didn't come closer, I just became still enough to notice. Let me share a classic tale, The Weaver and the Thread. There's an old Indian story about a weaver who worked day and night on a great tapestry. One thread in the middle kept snapping. Frustrated, he blamed the thread, the loom, the materials. Finally, he stopped in silence, observing every motion. That's when he noticed a flaw. He had tied the thread wrong from the beginning. In that moment of reflection, he realized God was there in every snap, trying to show me what I wouldn't see. Likewise, God speaks in repetition, in patterns, in disruptions. He is the thread holding the entire fabric of your life. Modern experience, the quiet answer in crisis. In a business moment I'll never forget, I was facing serious pressure, financially and emotionally. Everyone around me was looking for answers. I felt stuck, paralyzed. I went into silence, closed my eyes, took deep breaths, and instead of asking, "Why is this happening?" I asked, "What is this teaching me?" In that moment, something shifted. I didn't hear a voice, but I felt clarity, calm, direction. That was God, not as a miracle, but as guidance from within. What do the scriptures say on experiencing God's presence? The Bhagavad Gita, chapter 10, verse 20 says, "I am the self, O Gudakesha, seated in the hearts of all creatures. I am the beginning, the middle, and the end of all beings." This verse teaches that God is not distant, He is within you always as the inner self. Psalm 139, 7 through 8 declares, "Where shall I go from your spirit? Or where shall I flee from your presence? If I ascend to heaven, you are there. If I make my bed in Sheol, you are there." No matter where we are never beyond God's presence. The Quran, Surah Kaf 50:16, states, "We are nearer to Him than His jugular vein," highlighting the closeness of the divine to every soul. These scriptures remind us that God's presence isn't something we chase, it's something we realize. If you've ever prayed and felt nothing, if you've searched and heard no reply, don't lose heart. In just a moment, I'll share a simple yet sacred method that saints and seekers across traditions have used to feel God's presence directly, even in their darkest moments. Stay with me. This could be the turning point your soul has been waiting for. Spiritual insight. God is in the stillness. All great traditions teach this truth. Be still and know that I am God. Psalms 46:10. Silence is the language of God. Rumi. He who knows the self knows Brahman. Upanishads. The noise of life drowns out the whisper of the divine. To experience God, you must enter the space between thoughts, the space where breath slows, where presence deepens, where ego fades. That space is where God dwells. Let's explore the scientific reflection, the brain in meditation. Neuroscience shows that during deep meditation, activity in the default mode network, the part associated with self-talk and ego, quiets down. This is the same region that's active when you worry, plan, or overthink. When that network quiets, people often report feelings of oneness, love, and clarity. In spiritual terms, they describe it as feeling God. What science calls brain states, saints have called God states. Another classic tale called The Lamp Inside the Pot. A monk once gave a disciple a covered clay pot with a lamp burning inside. The student held it for hours and said, "Master, I still don't feel anything." The monk smiled, lifted the lid, and instantly the flame's warmth and light radiated. "You were always holding the light," he said, "but the lid was your own noise. Remove the lid, and God is felt." Here are now 10 practices to deepen your connection with God. 1. Sit in silence daily. Even 5 minutes of true stillness a day opens the channel. Sit, breathe, listen. 2. Ask the right questions instead of, "Why is this happening?" Ask, "What am I being shown?" 3. Keep a divine journal. Every time you feel peace, guidance, or clarity, write it down. Watch the pattern unfold. Practice gratitude in difficulty. Thank God, not only for what feels good, but for what's teaching you. 5. Create a sacred space, a corner in your home with a candle, book, or symbol. Visit it daily. 6. Read spiritual texts. Slowly, don't just read, reflect. Let the words speak to your soul. 7. Speak to God like a friend. No formalities needed. Just speak your heart. He listens. 8. Watch nature with reverence. A tree, a bird, the stars. These are all God's silent sermons. 9. Serve without expectation. When you help someone without wanting credit, you feel God's joy. 10th, let go of control. Surrender doesn't mean giving up. It means trusting that something higher is guiding you. Midway reflection, have you felt it? Right now, pause, close your eyes, take a breath, feel the energy behind your heartbeat. That's not random, that's not mechanical, that's God moving through you. If this resonates, like this video, subscribe for more, and share your divine moment in the comments. Let's grow together. Let's explore a modern analogy, the Wi-Fi connection. God is like Wi-Fi, always present, always transmitting, but your device, your mind needs to connect. If your signal is weak, cluttered with noise, fear, or ego, you won't feel the connection. The signal is strongest in places of stillness, humility, and surrender. Strengthen your signal, tune your heart. My final word, He was always there. You don't need to go anywhere to find God. He's not in the temple, not just in the sky, not behind the clouds. He's in the silence between your thoughts, in the wisdom behind your intuition, in the warmth of a selfless act. He's in the quiet hug from a loved one, the tears you cry in surrender, the peace that follows release. Scripture tells us, "I will never leave you nor forsake you." Hebrews 13:5. To those who are constantly devoted, I give the understanding by which they can come to me. Bhagavad Gita 10:10. God never left, you just forgot how to feel. Return to that still place within, and there He waits. If this message stirred something in you, leave a comment and share your journey. Hit like, subscribe, and stay connected to yourself and to the source.